Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Traveling Gun. My name is Thomas. I am a regional flight attendant. If you are new here, be sure to subscribe. To all my returning subscribers, thank you for the support. Today is officially my very first full trip in the month of January. It is January the 8th, I believe. I started a 5-day trip. I started off with a deadhead to Nashville, and then I work a flight from Nashville to LaGuardia, and then I'm done for the day. First layover in New York since I first started, and I don't even really know where I'm supposed to be going for real. I was off for 5 days, so the rest of this month I only have 2 days off in between trips. So I used up all my spare time off, I should say, which that was given to me. I didn't even have to trade anything around, and this month I'm only working 96 hours. So that's where we're at with it this month. There's nothing really I need to trade. There's nothing that's actually going on at this moment in time. I don't have any international layovers, but there is weather in the Northeast, so hopefully there's no cancellation or delays, because a lot can happen with me, even though as a line holder with cancellation and delays. But I'll talk about that a little bit later on, and I'll see you guys a little bit later on tonight once I get to Nashville. Well, excuse me, LaGuardia. Hello everybody, so I made it here to New York City. This is actually my first time actually laying over this far into the city. It's going on about 8:30 right now. Usually when I used to start here, we used to stay closer to the airport, and this is my actual first time actually coming into the city. My flying partner, she's a reserve. She's been up since 6 o'clock because she was supposed to work another flight that got canceled, got deadheaded to Tri-Cities, Tennessee. Got there, stuff was wrong with the plane. They ended up canceling the flight again, deadhead her back, and then they put her on the trip with me. And so I know she's tired. The thing is, with these delays and cancellations that's going on, I have to be careful to be mindful, because crew scheduling will try to take advantage of you just because for the sake of operational needs. So I have to read up on the contract part about cancellation flights, seeing when they can and cannot, how long they can extend me, if they can extend me into my off day, or do they have to bring me back home by my original time on my original trip if my trips get altered. So I have to do that. So that goes for anybody. Make sure you know your contract, because crew schedule will basically not tell you just for the sake of operational needs, because they need people to work this flight or the coverage or whatever like that. So that's what I'm gonna have to do tonight. Tomorrow, I want to walk around down here, but I'm too far from the city to go into the city as far as being able to take the train and then come back and still get a decent night's sleep to get back up in the morning. So I do kind of want to walk around the area that I'm in just to see, but it is actually really, really, really cold outside, and it was snowing. So I'm not for sure what I'm going to do yet, but I'll see you guys a little bit later on once I get up. I have to be up at 5 in the morning, and I'll see you guys a little bit later on. Good morning, everybody. Today is day 2 of 5, and last night I went outside and walked maybe a few blocks one way and a few blocks another way. Didn't really do too much, just was kind of like looking, taking it all in, because this actually, be honest, all my travels, I've only been to New York once, and that was when I was like 12 years old, and I came up to Newark with my family to visit some family in Newark, and then we came into the city. But as an adult, I have actually never really explored New York City. Which is weird, but to my defense, it is very, 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 very difficult to non-rev from Atlanta to New York. Like, it's not the easiest task whatsoever, because there's so many people trying to get to New York. There's so many other non-revs trying to get to New York as well. I remember one time when I first started, I had a deadhead from New York to Atlanta, and I was trying to catch an earlier deadhead. There were 60 non-revs on the list for 3 seats. So it's really not easy to actually non-rev to New York like that. So that's just to my defense, but again, it's still an excuse, no excuse. I could figure out a way to get to New York if I really wanted to, but other than that, I have 3 legs today. I go from LaGuardia to St. Louis, back to LaGuardia, and then I end up in Buffalo this afternoon around 5 o'clock. So yeah, today the St. Louis flight is blocked out about 3 hours each way. And, you know, so it is what it is. Hopefully there's no weather, there's no delays, and we just make it just fine throughout this day. I'm gonna get ready to go downstairs. They have breakfast for us. We ordered breakfast last night, and they're gonna have it ready for us, so I'm gonna eat breakfast, and I'll see you guys a little bit later on today. Hello everybody, so I made it here to Buffalo. 3 legs. They were long, but they were easy. Hit a lot of turbulence today, but nothing happened out of the ordinary. Everybody was well behaved. Nothing happened. Like I said, the first leg was only 10 people. Second leg was, basically, we wasn't really full. It was like 45 people. And then coming from LaGuardia to Buffalo, it's like 30-something people. So we weren't really full today. Tomorrow's an early report day. I have to get up at 4 for a 5 o'clock van, and tomorrow's a 4-leg day, but they're shorter legs, not long legs. So I have a headache because it was a bumpy ride, basically all 3 flights. And like I have this major pounding headache where it's just boom, boom, right on the side of my head. So I'm finna lay down for a while, and I'll see you guys and talk to you guys a little bit later on tomorrow morning, probably. About some stuff. So I'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning, everybody. Today is day 3. Last night I came in after I talked to you all, I laid down and just closed my eyes a little bit because I had a migraine. So I ended up falling asleep, waking back up at 12, but I ended up going right back to sleep because I was still sleepy or whatever, but the headache went away after I closed my eyes and went to sleep. Today is, what is today? Today is 4-leg day, and but they're shorter legs. So I go from Buffalo to LaGuardia, LaGuardia to Charleston, West Virginia, back to LaGuardia. Then I end up in Rochester today, this afternoon or whatnot. And also I forgot to tell you all, officially I have been with the company for 4 years, but I don't get a raise until next month because that's when I actually graduated. But my hire date was January 8th, so I've officially been with my company for 4 years. Now, I don't know if I told you all that or not, I can't remember, but if I did, I'm gonna cut this out. But it goes by fast. Like I said, it doesn't seem like I've been here for 4 years. It just goes by quick, so I say enjoy the ride. If you are looking to get into this field or already in it and you just started, enjoy the ride. That's all I can tell you, just enjoy the ride. It comes with its ups and downs, roll with the punches, and take advantage of the benefits. That's all I think I can tell you. But other than that, that's all I have for you right now. I'm finna get ready and finish getting dressed because I do have to be down at 5, about 15 more minutes. So I'm gonna finish getting myself together, and I'll see you guys a little bit later. But I'll see you guys a little bit later on once I get to Rochester. Hello everybody, so I made it here to Rochester, New York. Today's flight were very, very light. The most passengers we had on today's flights were 25 passengers. So, I mean, Charlottesville is not really a popular destination. It's coming out of LaGuardia, so I didn't expect a lot of people. But from Buffalo to LaGuardia, I would have expected more, even to Rochester maybe. But, I guess these are not popular destinations around this time of the year. And it is a Monday, so You know, it could be because this is more so of a leisure travel spot versus a business travel spot. Not for sure, but I didn't complain. You know, the flights were no more than an hour long, and it was still windy. It's very, very windy up here in the New York State area because that's all we've been going through, wind all day, and the flights were kind of up and down, and we had a lot of nervous flyers, especially in first class, because every time the plane kind of shifted, a lot of people in first class was just gripping, or they were just kind of like, oh my goodness, like this the whole entire flight. And of course they kept looking at me to make sure it was normal, and I'm just like, this is normal for me. But other than that, that's all that happened today. Nothing out of the unordinary happened, but I'm finna go work out. It's going on 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm gonna go work out and then watch the national championship football game tonight. And hopefully my Georgia Bulldogs do win over Alabama. So I'll see you guys a little bit later on tomorrow because we do have another early report tomorrow. I have the van time is at 4:55 because it's supposed to snow. So we have to schedule our van 25 minutes prior to our original report time just because of the snow that might happen overnight. So I'll see you guys tomorrow morning once I get up. Good morning, everybody. Today, day 4, I believe. Yes, day 4. So last night my schedule changed. Don't know what happened. So they kept pushing our flight back. We got delayed. Ended up taking some legs away from me. So now I don't report until 9:45. And I work one leg from Rochester to JFK, and then I have to take a limo from JFK to LaGuardia to get to the hotel that we're laying over in LaGuardia versus laying over in Portland, Maine today. I don't know if it was because of the snow, crew, whatever it was, but my flying partner noticed that the schedule changed last night, and she messaged us on our little crew thing and told us. So I'm gonna get ready to go down to the van. It did snow here last night, but to me it wasn't a lot as far as to like cancel or anything like that. So I don't know why I canceled, but I still get paid for all those legs that they took away from me, even though I'm only working the one leg to JFK. And I'm back in New York again, and I have to look at my schedule for tomorrow because I think all that changes as well. But I'll see you guys a little bit later on once I get to New York. Hello everybody, made it here to New York. Well, back in the same spot that I was on day 1. So a little rundown. So what happened was last night, our inbound flight must have canceled for whatever reason. We don't know why, but a lot of flights were canceled coming from New York to Rochester. So a lot of people were behind. We only had 5 people on our flight coming from Rochester to JFK. Basically, it was a private flight. On one of the flights, it said one of the flight attendants fell and hurt themselves, so they was looking for a replacement flight attendant. Maybe they didn't have anybody, and that's why I canceled. But we don't know for sure. But our crew got split up. Me and my flying partner stayed the same, but we lost our captain and FOs. They're doing something totally different. It is really cold here in New York. It is so cold. It's one of those colds when you just walk outside, your eyes start to water and your nose start to run. It's that cold. And it's so cold that I put on Palmer's cocoa butter mixed with baby oil, and I'm still ashy. That's how cold it is. Yeah. But other than that, today was really an easy day. You know, they took away, I was supposed to have 4 legs. They took away 3 legs, and I just did the 1 and took the car service from JFK to LaGuardia. And later on, probably tomorrow, later on today, I'm going to check our pay thing to make sure I still get pay protected and paid for those legs that they took away, because I am pay protected. So you just have to keep up with that stuff, just sometimes it gets lost in translation. And if it's not fixed, get on the phone with crew pay. Hey, I need this fixed, and they'll fix it right away. But yeah, I was gonna walk around because it's early, but it's actually too cold for that. I forgot my hat, and I'm not trying to get sick again, and I'm just starting to get like 100%. So I'm gonna just pretty much work out and watch Netflix. And I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. It's not an early show, but we have a 7 o'clock van, so I have to get up at 6. So I'll see you guys tomorrow for go home day. Good morning, everybody. Today is go home day for me, and one leg I operate from LaGuardia to Greenville, Spartanburg, South Carolina, and then I did head home. Yesterday, I did attempt to go out. And let me tell you, I went out for 5 minutes. This New York cold is something totally different. I went out for 5 minutes. The wind started blowing. My fingers immediately went numb, and then my head went numb as well because it was so cold. And I was like, you know what? I'm not even finna do this. Turn right back around and walk back to the hotel. And it was just like, yeah, I didn't have a hat. I left it at home. So I wasn't finna walk around out there with no hat. And then it's like 18 degrees with the wind blowing at the same time. So it probably was less than that. I'll see you guys a little bit later on once I get to Atlanta.